Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into Insta Millionaire.
That fictional series on Pocket FM.
Yeah, exactly. It's really got everyone talking.
It is.
All about social dynamics and wealth and just awkward encounters.
Especially on the university campus.
Yeah.
Episode 5 really throws us right into the middle of it all.
It does. It's wild. So we've got Alex, our protagonist.
Right.
He's secretly loaded, but everybody thinks
Thinks he's broke.
yeah, he's totally broke. Talk about an interesting premise.
Yeah, it's that hidden identity that makes it so compelling, you know. The reader's in on the secret,
Right.
and it just adds this whole other layer to every interaction.
It's like watching one of those,
Yeah.
what are those, like a social experiment unfold in real time.
Exactly, yeah.
And speaking of interesting interactions, Alex ends up having lunch with, well, he joins his roommate's girlfriend and her friends.
Oh, boy.
Sounds harmless enough, right?
Yeah.
But that's where we're introduced to Rose.
Ah, Rose. And Rose has already formed an opinion about Alex from a previous encounter
Okay.
at, this is important, Metro Skybank.
Ooh.
Very exclusive.
Okay, so right away, we're already setting the stage for some socioeconomic.
Yeah, clash of social
Tell me
scope.
more about this first encounter, though. What happened?
Well, from Rose's perspective,
Okay.
Alex committed a real faux pas, a major social faux pas.
Interesting.
And this, just reinforces her bias against him,
Okay.
especially because she is looking for, this is important to her, a wealthy boyfriend.
So there's like a direct link between
Bank account.
and dating potential.
And dating potential.
Yes, that's fascinating. It's harsh, but like
Yeah.
you said, it's revealing.
Yeah.
And here's Alex, like totally oblivious, walking into this lion's den of judgment.
Yeah, and the narrative does not hold back. Rose is openly dismissive,
Oh no!
even going as far as to humiliate him in front of everyone.
Oh, that's awful.
It is.
But you're right, it is insightful.
It is. It's like the episode is holding up a mirror to all of those shallow, superficial cues
Yeah.
that we tend to fall back on.
Yeah.
The way someone dresses or where they bank. Shouldn't matter.
Right.
But for someone like Rose, it makes all the difference.
It's everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really making me think about all the times I've probably done the same thing, made those snap judgments without even realizing it.
Absolutely.
And the episode doesn't let you forget it. But before we go too deep into that, the episode kind of shifts gears here.
It does.
Introduces this whole other layer of social dynamics, and this is where I think Insta Millionaire really lives up to its name.
Yeah, we kind of move from that restaurant scene into the online world
Okay.
with Minnie,
Okay.
who's a classmate,
Mm-hmm.
and she's making waves as a live streamer.
And you know me, I do love a good online drama.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, Insta Millionaire and these like questions of wealth. Right, exactly.
What's the story with Minnie? Fill me in.
So her live stream becomes this really fascinating kind of microcosm of how people use these displays of wealth, even small ones, to get attention and validation online. It's like everyone's performing a version of themselves,
Oh, for sure.
hoping to stand out.
It's that constant pressure to project an image, right?
Yes.
And how better to do that than through like this lens of wealth, even if it's, just a facade.
Exactly.
We see this play out with the gifts that she's getting, right? Particularly this money gun that comes up, which I feel like is very symbolic.
Absolutely. The money gun is such a
Yeah.
blatant display
Right.
of purchasing power.
Mhm.
It's so transactional. And I think it really highlights how these online relationships can be influenced by these virtual displays of support,
Okay.
which of course translates into real money for Minnie.
So it's not just showing off, it's actually generating like a real income. It's exactly.
Wow, it makes you wonder like what the motivations are behind a lot of these online interactions then, right? Is
Right.
it genuine support or is it this calculated like investment? And I feel like the episode, it doesn't shy away from that
No, it doesn't.
kind of gray area.
It doesn't.
But then we have Ben,
Oh, Penn.
Alex's roommate.
Yeah,
Does he get in on the live stream action?
he does, but not in a good way.
Uh-oh.
Ben becomes this sort of cautionary tale
Okay.
about how social media can really amplify insecurities,
Oh, no.
especially when it comes to financial disparities.
Okay.
Because he ends up getting publicly shamed in the live stream chat
No.
for sending what's perceived as a cheap gift.
Oh, that's brutal.
Ouch.
So he's already like feeling a little insecure, we can tell, compared to Alex, who he thinks is broke.
Right.
And now he has this, like, online humiliation on top of it.
Yes.
Really driving those feelings home.
Exactly. It highlights those very real emotional consequences of these online interactions. You know, someone watching might just see it as a bit of fun, but for someone like Ben, who's already feeling that way about his own, you know, circumstances and finances,
insecurity
just reinforces those anxieties.
And the episode doesn't let us forget that
It doesn't.
that these are real people
Yes.
behind these usernames.
Behind those usernames.
With real emotions.
100%, yeah.
I think that's a really good takeaway for everybody.
Yes.
You know, it's that reminder that what we say and do online can have a real impact.
Yes.
And it all kind of circles back, I think, to this theme of economic disparity and how it shapes our perceptions, not just like in person, but also in the digital world.
Yeah, it's all connected.
It really does feel like that, huh?
Yeah.
Like everyone's playing a part based on what they think other people care about.
Exactly.
Whether it's the, you know, the bank that you use or that virtual money gun or the, you know, the gift that you send in the live stream.
And this is what I think is so thought-provoking about this episode. You know, it really challenges us to kind of examine our own biases and those value systems that we, you know, maybe unconsciously subscribe to.
Right.
How much emphasis are we putting on those external things to form opinions about other people?
It's a good question.
And how often do they lead us astray?
Right. It makes you wonder, how many times have you, like, you know, made an assumption about someone and then you realize, oh, wait a minute, there's more to this story.
Right.
This episode really drives that home.
100%. Yeah, it reminds us that there's always more to the story than what we see on the surface.
Right.
Whether we're talking about, you know, that restaurant scene or we're talking about what's happening in that live stream.
So like that reminder.
Everyone's navigating their own circumstances.
Yeah. You don't know what's going on.
And a lot of that's invisible to everyone else around them.
It's such a good call for empathy, I think.
It is.
Especially in a world that often feels so quick to judge and dismiss.
Yes.
What about you? What stood out to you as like the most, I don't know, thought-provoking part of this episode?
I think for me, it's that danger of making assumptions. You know, Rose is dismissing Alex based on these preconceived notions that she has about wealth. And then you've got Ben, who's being ridiculed for not, you know, measuring up to a certain standard of online generosity. And I think it just highlights the importance of looking beyond those superficial markers of success.
Totally.
And recognizing that, you know, every individual has inherent worth, regardless of their financial status or their online persona.
Absolutely. It's about seeing the person.
Yes.
Not the bank account, not the number of likes, you know?
Exactly.
If you had to leave our listener with one final thought, one like takeaway to ponder, what would it be?
I would say the next time you find yourself making a judgment about someone based on outward appearances, remember Alex and Ben.
Ooh.
You know, remember that everyone has a story.
That's good.
It's unfolding beneath the surface. A story that deserves to be met with curiosity and empathy and an open mind.
Such a powerful reminder. And I think, you know, Insta Millionaire episode 5 does such a good job at taking us on this whirlwind tour of social dynamics and reminding us to do exactly that.
Yes.
Look beyond the surface, challenge our assumptions, and approach each other with, you know, maybe just a little more compassion and understanding.
A little more grace.
A little more grace. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think we'll wrap up this deep dive.
I think that's good.
Until next time.
Yes.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving into all those stories that really make you think.